Hi, my name is Jen, and today we will be talking about how SJW Eden is concluding 2019. There has been a lot going on in the past 3 weeks here in Sweden. Because of a severe cold that rendered me voiceless, and because I have been away from home, I have been unable to cover them. I have, however, stated some of my opinions on Twitter. The unsettling rise of gang violence in Sweden is something that I have touched on before, and is something that has caught the attention of many independent journalists, both inside and outside of Sweden. The mainstream media has for years now tried to cover up this rise in violence by claiming that it is only gang members who get hurt by it, or that it's not statistically correct, and also suggest that anyone who make the claim that it's unsafe on our streets are racist. This is completely preposterous and has been proven time and time again. One of the independent journalists here, Joakim Lamotte, who frequents the streets in Sweden to talk with citizens to seek out the truth, recently visited a particularly restless part of a city. He got there with his camera to record the events live. It didn't take long until him and the police were surrounded by seemingly migrant men yelling obscenities and threatening violence on him. The police stood by as one of the men ran off with his camera. One could claim, or people do claim, his critics, Joakim Lamotte's critics will claim that he is also trying to portray a certain narrative and that he seeks out this narrative, but this does not take away from what actually happened. There are many eyebrow-raising parts of this. How the police let these men harass him, how threatening these men were, how the left wing mocked Joakim Lamotte afterwards, and also what the aftermath in the city has been. The regional security team has made the decision to stop patrolling the area during certain times of the day. Let that sink in. A lot of citizens in Sweden have been skeptical to what the mainstream media have been trying to feed us when it comes to the statistics and reporting of crime. Recently, a study has come out that the Council for Crime Prevention has been pressured by politicians and have been influenced by ideology from the Justice Department in Sweden. At the time of this video being recorded, the study and its findings are still being investigated. But it seems at this point that the study proves a lot of people's suspicions, that the data and results are being skewed to fit the city government's narrative. This has been in speculation for a long time, and for my listeners outside of Sweden, let me emphasize just how fundamental this is. The Council for Crime Prevention has been used for decades now to try and shut down critics for their view of gang violence and crime in Sweden. The studies have been seen as the only true reliable crime statistic. Critics who have raised concerns have been called conspiracy theorists, and independent researchers on crime have not been validated and instead labeled, of course, racist. This is something that we in Sweden need to talk about, and media outside of Sweden need to cover. The people responsible need to be held accountable, and the sitting Justice Department should step down. I would like you to watch Henrik Jönsson's video for a more in-depth look into this topic. I also have the study linked below, but keep in mind that it is in Swedish. The mainstream media have been forceful in their rhetoric that the critics of mass immigration to Sweden are the real racists, and we are the reason for the divide in the nation. Media and left-wing politicians try to paint a picture that it is us that divide the nation into groups and pit these groups against each other. However, it is my strong belief that it is their politics that is causing this. It is left-wing, open border, intersectionality, and feminism that is splitting us up. It's left-wingers who are dividing us into oppressors and oppressed, and then news like this pops up constantly. Oskarshamn is to fund a project which will partially pay for migrant women to get their driver's license. This project has been granted 370,000 Swedish kroner. In that same municipality, 3 retirement homes have been shut down. How are the Swedish citizens supposed to feel when our grandparents, who have worked all their lives for this country and who have raised us, get stepped on like this? When young people have a hard time getting a job or a place to live, and then a certain group receive all of the benefits, why should some people get special treatment for their supposed oppression while others don't? On the cultural side of things, we have one of the biggest feminist icons in Sweden claiming that it is a Swedish Christmas tradition to beat up and rape women. We also have an old overweight lady ripping down the Swedish flag from the Christmas tree on the Christmas celebration show that a majority of Swedish citizens watch. It is a clear statement. The flag is sacred. The flag symbolizes the country. Why was that in the Christmas segment, if not just to provoke? We are now entering the new year. I see potential. I hope that we will leave the woke culture behind us, and I hope that Sweden will see a turn from left-wing absurdistan to something better. I hope that Swedish citizens will wake up and see what the hell has been going on for the past decade. How the Social Democrats and all the other parties, for that sake, have been completely spitting our nation in the face and then requiring us to like it and sit down and shut up. We will not sit down and we will not shut up. Thank you so much for watching my video. Be sure to leave a comment with what you think, like it if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more. I have a PayPal and Swish if you want to support my work. Thank you so much for your support. I want to give an extra thank you to Boo for your donation of 500 kroner and New Year's greeting. Also, a big thank you to everyone who donated this month: Peter, Joseph, John, Siglia, Michael, Berit, and Christopher. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me keep this channel going. Happy New Year's, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!